Thank you. Hi, we want to welcome you and thank you for tuning in to learn about the Kentucky 4-H Natural Resource and Environmental Science Academy. I'm Ashley Osborne. I'm a 4-H specialist here at UK. One of my job responsibilities is natural resource programming and education for Kentucky 4-H.
And my name's Laurie Thomas, and I'm an extension forester here in the Department of Forestry, and part of my job responsibility is youth programming. So I'm lucky enough to be involved with the Natural Resources Environmental Science Academy.
Great. So Laurie's going to pull up our slide presentation. We're going to just share some basic information with you about the Academy. So just a little background, the Academy began in 2011 as a pilot program in eastern Kentucky in the original quicksand area, and the program's been very successful.
Yes, our first graduating class was 2013, and since then we've been averaging about 12 graduates per year with a retention rate of about 90%. We've got a lot of great feedback from our graduates and from our current students. Our current class right now we've got 45 students in the program.
So we're really expanding, and we're really excited to take the program statewide. So just a little basic information about the program. It is a 3-year commitment for our 4-Hers, and each year the scholars will focus on a different core area, either water, forestry, or wildlife. It is designed for middle school to early high school age students, and we do meet quarterly each year.
So some of the objectives for the Natural Resources Environmental Science Academy are ultimately so our students can have a greater understanding of our natural resources and environmental sciences in Kentucky while also developing leadership skills. One of the nice things with the program is while they meet quarterly, the students at the end of that core year, their water, forestry, or wildlife year, they'll go back to their county, to their 4-H club or their environmental science club, and they're going to share with those other students things that they have learned, whether it's a specific program or in general about about the academy. So it's helping them develop some leadership skills. The program also helps foster scientific inquiry and increases environmental literacy. Many of the times we meet, the students are presented with a question, an issue that they're going to pose questions about, and they're going to collect some information or data about that. They're going to analyze what information they collect or that data, and then they're going to make some evaluation of that, kind of going through that whole process. The scholars are engaged in activities that reinforce the next generation science standards, specifically ecosystems under the life sciences in middle school. Many of the activities we do definitely hit within those different standards within ecosystems and under life sciences. And overall, the students are going to be introduced to academic programs and careers in natural resources and environmental sciences, because while they are working with UK faculty and staff and professionals in these areas, they're also going to be working with real-life foresters, real-life wildlife biologists, and real-life hydrologists. And they're going to learn about some of those careers in addition to they get to visit campus 3 times. They're going to come here 1 time each year, so they're going to get to learn about some of the academic programs, talk with some of the academic coordinators here on campus.
All right, so I have the privilege of working with our first-year scholars, and we focus on water. So here in Kentucky, we have over 90,000 miles of rivers and streams. So it's just a great opportunity to provide information and awareness to our young audiences. So our first-year scholars, we do hands-on investigative activities where we learn about watersheds and water quality. We participate in a stream study. They get to get out in the creek, in the stream, and look for aquatic insects and do chemical water sampling. We learn about non-point source and point source pollution, as well as talk about best management practices, ways we can reduce pollution both in rural and urban settings. And again, just like Laurie said, we had the opportunity to interact with professionals from across the state about everything from aquatic invasive species to fracking to urban water issues and more.
Right, and now the second year students are the students that are going to focus on forestry resources, and I get to work with those students. And so our scholars are going to focus on Kentucky's forest and forest resources, which are really important in the state. Almost half of Kentucky is covered in forest land. And in 2015, our forestry and wood industry contributed over $9 billion directly to Kentucky's economy. So it's a very important resource for the students to learn about. And so we're going to start out with our students. They're going to learn some of the basics. We're going to start out with tree identification. Let's figure out what we've got out in that forest. They're going to learn tools on how to identify trees. They're going to learn how to measure trees, diameter, height, so that they can determine the volume of wood in that tree, determine maybe the volume of trees in a certain setting, which is what they'll learn in surveying. They're going to learn surveying just like our Kentucky Division of Forestry personnel do when they go out and work with the landowner. The students are also going to learn about different forest management techniques, ones that help protect water quality, ones that are beneficial to wildlife, and ones that help really generate a good wood product. They're going to learn this from experts here in the Department of Forestry, as well as from experts across the state, Kentucky Division of Forestry, consulting foresters. They're also going to learn about some of our forest health issues that we've got going on in the state, you know, with emerald ash borer, the hemlock woolly adelgid. I mean, they're going to get to learn about the consequences and the problems that these insects and pests are causing to our state. They'll learn that from experts in the Kentucky Division of Forestry, as well as from our Forest Health Education Center here on campus. And in the end, the students are also going to get to discover some of the different types of wood utilization that occur in the state. We'll get to visit a couple of different sawmills, places that actually produce some of the products that come from our forest, and learn about that whole process from a standing tree to a product that can be purchased in a store. Learn how important it is to our economy.
All right, and our third-year scholars focus on wildlife, and they actually have the opportunity to work with both professionals here in the college, here in the Department of Forestry, as well as several of our ag and natural resource agents, specifically Stacy White, who's been a part of the program from the beginning. Scholars focus on the importance of wildlife, both to our ecosystems and our economy here in Kentucky. They participate in a wildlife survey and actually get to collect data and analyze that data, again, just like Lark said in the beginning. And they also conduct a salamander search. They learn about owls, go on an owl prowl, and they work with professionals. Again, not only those here in the college, but also across the state, such as the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife Resources. We also have a fourth year, and this fourth year is optional. So our academy graduates that have graduated in good standing are eligible to apply. And this fourth year, the Ambassador Team Board, these scholars have the opportunity to share the knowledge and practice the skills that they've learned throughout those past 3 years as they were focusing on water and forestry and wildlife. And it also provides them a great opportunity to really build upon their leadership skills.
Right, they have the opportunity to be at the 4-H Youth Summit to lead a session, or even just present a program on the program or something they've learned. The same with Team Conference. And we've got our current ambassadors shown right here. We've got our program ambassador listed, in Destiny, has been with the program. She's from Carter County for 5 years. She's also now a Robinson Scholar. And she's a great spokesperson, a big supporter of this program, and she's really excited that it's going statewide. We've got our wildlife ambassador, Wyatt, who is from Owsley County, our water ambassador, who is Ruthie, who is from Breathitt County, and then at the top we have our forestry ambassador, Tiffany, who is from Perry County. And great students, and we're having a great time working with them this year.
Very much. All right, so now we do meet quarterly. Again, we have 2 statewide events per year, and one of those statewide events is our annual retreat, which is held in October. It's a 3-day, 2-night event at Lake Cumberland 4-H Camp. And we also have a 2-day, 1-night event here on campus in the summer. And during that campus visit, that provides an opportunity, again, for our scholars to get a feel for campus, tour campus, and also interact with our faculty and staff.
And we also get to have graduation for those third-year scholars, which is a great culminating event, and for it to happen here on campus, kind of what it could potentially be for them when they finish college too.
Right. And again, those statewide events, those are for all scholars from across the state. Now, we do have 2 regional events, and these are for scholars in their region, and these are one-day events that take place in the winter and spring. And a little later in the presentation, I'm going to talk about agent advisor roles. So for these regional one-day events, these agent advisors will work with the teaching team of the academy to help plan and develop these regional events. And we are broken up. We have split the program up regionally. So we have the East region, which is districts 1 and 2, the Central region, which is districts 3, 4, and 5, and then the West region, which is districts 6 and 7. And there are several reasons we decided to have these 2 regional events. One is it provides an opportunity for the scholars to learn about natural areas in their region, possibly right in their community, in their backyards. Also, it helps to reduce some of that travel time for our scholars and agents for one-day events.
Yeah, especially since it's a statewide program.
Right. So who can apply? Applicants must be in grades 6th or 7th at the time of application. Those applications are due to the county 4-H agent prior to the state deadline, which is May 1st. And then as the 4-H agent, we're asking that you select those 2 members that you would like to participate in the program from your county each year. And then you send their completed application and all their paperwork to me at the 4-H state office by May 1st. There is a registration fee, so that's $200 per scholar per year. And this fee covers the cost of statewide events, so the lodging, the meals, and any programming costs. Now, as the 4-H agent, you can choose to increase that cost to help offset additional fees. So, for example, if you want to increase that to help offset fees associated with the 2 regional events or associated with travel expenses, you can do that. So the agent's role, we're asking that you please help to just spread the word about the program, help us to recruit students. So if you know of a student who's interested in natural resources, please encourage them to apply. We're also asking that you please select those 2 members that you would like to participate from your county each year, and that you send the completed paperwork to me at the state office by May 1st. We also ask that our agents coordinate transportation, both for those regional events as well as the statewide events. And then, again, this agent advisor position. So if you're an agent that's interested in the program, interested in natural resources and environmental sciences, you can be an agent advisor. So there is a position description on the agent resource guide, and it outlines the time commitment as well as the expectations of this position. But basically, we're just asking that if you're an agent, you'd like to chaperone during our events, you'd like to work with the teaching team to help plan and implement those regional programs, that you apply. So we're really hoping that we have lots of agents that are interested. All right, so we do have a new statewide website, and Laurie is going to pull up that website so you can take a look. But on the website, there's just general information about the program. There's also information, we'll post information about dates and locations. Also on the website, you'll find the application. And then once you've selected the 2 scholars and they've been accepted into the program, there's a contract, which basically just outlines the different expectations of the program. We also have information about our ambassador board, including the application and expectations for that program. We're working on a promotional brochure, so you can use that brochure to recruit students and to share information about the program. And then finally, again, that agent advisor application, if you go to the Agent Resource Guide, you look under N for Natural Resource and Environmental Science Academy, you can see that application. You can pull that up. It's in a PDF format. And we also will have a customizable flyer or brochure that you can insert your county contact information. So we really want to thank you for tuning in, learning about the Natural Resource Academy. We're really excited about the program. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to contact me or Laurie.
Right, because I know we've covered a lot of information today, but we're really excited about the program, and we hope to see you all in the fall of 2017.
Great. Thank you.